don't understand.
Whoa! Now, as you know, here on Night Owls, we think it's very important to keep an open mind. Please welcome Dr. June Ross Mitchell and Lily, the young subject of the book, Conversations with the Devil.
I really don't think it's a good idea, Jack. She's becoming more unpredictable.
That's a good thing. That's why we still do live TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for a live television first as we attempt to commune with the devil.
You know, I finally watched The Late Night with the Devil for the second time, and man, I got some thoughts, the good, the bad, and the downright cursed. So grab a drink, dim those lights, and let's break this one down. Late Night with the Devil is a supernatural horror movie written and directed by Colin and Cameron Cranes, or Canes. It's shot like a found footage documentary, as if someone uncovered a lost 1977 Halloween broadcast that went horribly wrong. It stars David Dastmalchian as Jack Delroy, a charming but desperate late night host trying to save his struggling show. To grab ratings, it brings on psychics, skeptics, and one young girl who's supposedly possessed by a demon. The movie premiered at South by Southwest, got massive buzz, and instantly became one of the most talked about horror movie releases of that year. So the film is presented as this found footage, a live episode of Night Owls on Halloween night 1977. Jack Delroy is trying to boost his ratings after the tragic death of his wife. His big idea, a spooky live broadcast featuring the supernatural. He brings a psychic medium, a magician skeptic, and a parapsychologist, and a young girl named Lily who's supposedly possessed by a demon named Mr. Wiggles. At first it's all talk show theatrics, but then things start getting real. The psychic collapses after horrifying possession, the studio lights flicker, and the audience panics. Reality starts to crumble, and suddenly we're watching more than the show. Jack's past with a secret cult, The Grove, starts coming to light. Maybe he made a deal for fame, maybe he's paying for it now. But by the final act, it's pure chaos. People die, the set burns, and you're left wondering, was any of this real? Okay, so let's talk about what works in this movie, because there's a lot. The set design, the costumes, even the pacing feels authentically retro. It looks like someone found a reel from The Tonight Show, but cursed in hell. David Dastmalchian absolutely carries this film. He's magnetic, but broken, and you can feel the guilt eating him away the entire time. He sells a desperate man trying to keep it together perfectly. And you know, the concept is genius. A talk show turning into a possession horror story is such a unique setup. The tension builds so naturally that by the halfway point, you're glued to the screen, waiting for everything to go wrong. Now, here is where the movie falls a little short. Just a little bit. Now, as much as I love the movie, Late Night with the Devil is imperfect. The visuals, some look incredible, others not so